Hello, I am Ashwini Saurabh Mehtras from Department of Statistics, RBNB College, Sriram. Today, I am teaching continuous probability distributions to BSc second year students. It is the paper number second. So, paper is this is the name of paper, that is continuous probability distribution. This is the paper number second for semester 3 and the unit first is continuous univariate probability distribution. So, the name of unit 1 is continuous univariate probability distributions. In that topic, we are going to learn the concept of PDF, CDF, mean, variance, all those concepts which we already learned in the BSc first year, that is in discrete probability distributions. Those concepts were there. So, let's look at first what is the definition of experiment. So, first we will do an experiment to get the answer to the question. While getting answer to the question, we will get many points such as a sample space. Many points included in a sample space. Suppose the experiment is of tossing a coin. While we toss a coin, we will get two sample points, that is H, P. So this is the sample space for that experiment, and that experiment is done for a coin. So this is the sample space. Definition of sample space is collection of all objects or all units under study of an experiment is called sample space. So that sample space is divided into two parts. They are discrete and continuous. So, discrete sample space is that which contains finite or countably infinite number of points. For example, this is the example, that is while tossing a coin, we will have the countable number of points. They are infinite. We can count as 1 and 2. So, it is included in a discrete sample space. Also, if we have uncountably infinite number of points, that is which are countable but infinite. For example, number of stars in the sky. They are countable. We can count it as 0, 1, 2 and so on. But they are infinite. This type of sample space is also known as a discrete sample space. And depending on that discrete sample space, we have learned the discrete probability distributions. Those are Bernoulli, binomial, and for countably infinite sample space, we have learned about Poisson, geometric, and negative binomial. Such kind of distributions, actually they are included in your paper number 1. So basically, this second part, that is a sample space which is continuous. Continuous means we can't count the number of points in that. Such sample space includes the uncountably infinite number of points which are in the form of interval. This kind of interval 0, 1 or 0, n or 0, infinity, minus infinity, infinity. Such kind of sample space which contains uncountably infinite number of sample points is called continuous sample space. And depending on that sample space, we will have our continuous random variable. And for that random variable, we will learn the continuous probability distributions. So here actually your paper starts. For example, of continuous sample space are in the form of intervals. So let's take example of weight of person in kg. Suppose the weight is from 50 kg to 60 kg, this is in the form of interval and we can't count the points between 50 to 60. Or if we take the electricity consumption in month, it may be in the interval, or rainfall in centimeter for a particular place or for particular time interval. So for that interval we will get some intervals like this, and the points are not countable, they are continuous. That's why for that continuous sample space we will have our continuous random variable. And for that random variable we will learn about continuous probability distribution. So this is the name of paper, and unit 1 is continuous univariate probability distributions, means there is only one variable x. So random variable x. Basically the definition of random variable, it is a real valued function depending on its range set. Here the range set is uncountably infinite. Okay, so this is the continuous random variable x. Now as we learned in the discrete probability distribution, there was a PMF, that is probability mass function, that is PMF. When x was countable, it was discrete, we have learned about the concept PMF, that is probability mass function. It is denoted by P of x, and any P of x is said to be PMF if it satisfies the two conditions. What are those two conditions? The first condition was it should be non-negative, that is P of x is greater than or equal to x for all x. So this was the condition first, and the second condition was summation of P of x equals to 1, that is the total probability equal to 1. So as in case of discrete we have learned about these two conditions. Here for continuous distributions we will learn about probability density functions. That is PDF, and this PDF is denoted by f of x. So this f of x, that is this function, is said to be PDF of x if it satisfies the two conditions. What are those two conditions? The first condition is f of x should be greater than or equal to 0, that is it should be non-negative for all x. And the second condition is integration of f of x dx should be equal to 1 over the range minus infinity to infinity. So this total area under the curve should be equal to 1. So if we compare this discrete and continuous probability distributions, we can see that here this P in probability mass function is replaced by f in PDF, and this summation sign is replaced by integration sign here. Why we are taking integration? Because we have the area which is in the form of interval, which is not countable. So while calculating area we will go for the integration. This is the rule. So here it is easy to remember from the previous knowledge, that is this P is replaced by f and summation is replaced by integration sign. So this is just for the comparison purpose. So this is the definition of PDF. Any function f of x is said to be PDF of x if it satisfies these two conditions, that is it should be non-negative and total area under the curve should be equals to 1. So these are the two conditions. And there are many examples of continuous random variable such as weight of person in kg or rainfall in centimeter of a town, or height of a person between certain centimeters. So these kind of measurements are included in a continuous probability distribution. So let's see some examples depending on this. So first example is f of x equal to 3x square and the range is from 0 to 1. Here 0 otherwise. Let's check whether the given function is PDF or not. To check it, let's check the first condition. Here we can see that f of x is greater than or equal to 0, that is it is non-negative for the given